Hello folks, good evening from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be doing one episode only. This is going to be a fragrance list of 12 fragrances for the upcoming Valentine's Day. As you guys know, February is a month. It's special for people who are in love, who celebrate and stuff like that. So if you are in the market or trying to think, these are just lists we do every year, so you can wear whatever you like, absolutely fine. And I'm doing this list for the dudes because the guys, I am mostly doing my reviews on my channel, which are the focus is always like male, market. There are plenty of videos where they have women's perfume channels. You can also check it out if you're looking for women's Valentine's Day list. But anyway, if you're in the market as a guy looking to buy a fragrance, some of them are a little hard to find. And even if you're a lady, you're trying to gift your man a fragrance, this could be one of these could be really, really good. And I tried to pick up from mid segment budget to a little bit higher budget as well. So let's go. So first fragrance I'm going to show you, and I thought about each one has a story, each has story. Okay, first fragrance is this one, Carolina Herrera, Bad Boy Cobalt Elixir. I hope I remember the names because there are way too many flankers nowadays and it's very difficult to remember all the names. So this is basically the blue bottle, and I do have the cobalt, much bigger bottle, 150 ml. This is a sweeter take on that cobalt. So imagine this one, the cobalt of Bad Boy is mixed with a little bit of Victory Elixir by Invictus. Okay, if you know this blue bottle, they even look identical in terms of the color. I get a lot of this notes from that one, the vanilla, the sweetness, tonka in this as well. So this is mix of kind of like a pleasant blue, gourmand, nutty, fragrance with a hint of freshness and sweetness. So this could be a good fragrance if, let's say, you're wearing this for the daytime. February stays a little bit less cold, mild cold right now, like mild breeze. This fragrance wears okay. Performance is 8 out of 10. This is one of the good choices you can try. It's for youthful people. Bad Boy Cobalt Elixir. Next one is another elixir, but this is elixir that many of you wanted to see in the list. I did not feature this one in the list, so that would be Jean-Paul Gaultier's La Malle elixir. That one definitely could make the list this year. Some of the big names are missing. Okay, so I instead chosen one more budget option to that, which is equally good, which is called Hawas elixir. This very reflective bottle. I'm sorry, I'm going to show it like this. It's going to show you my messy room. So this perfume I got like last month, and this is like nowadays the trend of Hawas is just getting out of hand. It's crazy. They have released already 3 black, this one and fire, and then I heard more are coming. I don't know how many more I can afford to buy, but this is pretty nice actually. The longevity from this is good. It's sweet, and just like you won't find any difference in here between this one and La Malle elixir, but this one is missing that honey note, and they sort of made it more of a citrusy compared to the honey, so it's more citrusy sweet balance, and the dry down is basically just like a La Malle elixir. You can also get Rehan's elixir. I think, yeah, Rehan elixir is also really, really good, almost the same quality but much cheaper, that one. So I'm showing you this one, but both are good. This is Hawas elixir by Rasasi. This is going to be good for evening time, when there's a bit cool breeze going on. The next one I'm going to show, it's my personal favorite. This is getting harder to find. Even if you get like a newer version, like the last version, try to get it, because very soon, I'm pretty sure, Carolina Herrera, they are master of sweet, playful, seductive perfumes. And very soon you will not be able to find this anymore. It's already expensive. It's already $150. So this is called Man Prive. I have a lot of stories attached to it. I used to wear this when I used to date, and this was one of her favorite fragrances. But it's okay. Like, the fragrances are still remaining with me. So this perfume is very sexy. The opening is kind of like a sexy whiskey, and boozy fragrance always do good, like pure malt and stuff like that. And this one has a sweetness, like a really sugary sweetness, pomelo, and then backed up by leather. Very masculine, sexy fragrance. It's like a Casanova. I really cherish this perfume all my life. Man Prive. Next one, we talk about boozy fragrances. This is one of the most modern, beautiful fragrances, which has boozy, iris, sweetness, chocolatiness, all these things. And this fragrance is cheaper than both the fragrances this is supposed to be similar to. Let me show you what this is. This is Givenchy Gentleman Reserve Prive. This perfume is similar to, I would say, in many ways, Dior Homme Intense, which I'm not showing today. And also, this is very similar to, in a way, Pure Malt like the basic framework are the same, right? But this is not a dupe of either of those. It's a mixed DNA, okay, which is very sexy. It's a top seller in Bangladesh. This perfume is selling a lot. I heard this is discontinued, but I'm not sure. Really like this. This is basically like a more modern take on sweet perfumes and one of the better release in recent years. So Givenchy Gentleman Reserve Prive. Definitely check it out. Next one, even sexier than that, in my humble opinion, last year's best release. I said designer best release from House of Hugo Boss. You can already tell this is Boss Bottle Absolute. I do have many Boss bottles, and I am really big fan of this house and this line. Uh, until now, only fragrance that really I love most in this line is the original OG Boss bottle. Something about the simplicity, something about nostalgia, growing up when I was younger. That used to be my father's signatures, and that's why it's number one. But I guess nowadays the sweet trend, most of these are in the sweet trend. So Boss Bottle Absolute, check out my review, check out everybody's review. This fragrance, man, I just can tell you this one is very long lasting. It works perfectly until February. I think it will work perfectly. Basically a very good sweet fragrance, something similar to some PDM fragrances and then red tobacco. People say that, but it's much better uh, value proposition than both of those fragrances. Okay, so I think I forgot the name. Was it I don't have the fragrance here. Ojan maybe, yeah, Ojan, and then a little bit of red tobacco Mancera, but this one is much cheaper. Boss Bottle Absolute is my next choice. All right, so we have a few more. Now let me surprise you with a perfume I'm wearing right now after a shower. And this fragrance is a Quentin Bish fragrance, recently very high fragrance. I really liked it. And more days going by, I'm actually liking it more. It's growing on me. So this is called Lattafa Teriyak Intense. And I did put this snake bottle, the snake charmer bottle, above the last five for a reason. This fragrance is more affordable than the previous ones. I think it's cheaper than the previous ones. I think it's still 45 under 50 bucks, which is expensive for Lattafa's standard. But this perfume, trust me guys, okay, I think my dear brother Rahul Sharma from India, yesterday we had a live session on Scent On channel, Shazil Bhai's channel, and we had a lot of fun for 2.5 hours, I think. And he did mention this is one of his favorites. When Rahul Bhai, he is a celebrity, he does not like anything that is underwhelming. When he recommends this, just let me tell you, take it for granted, okay? This is a very beautiful perfume, and I think this will work for both genders. It has a plum liquor with added. Some people say similar to Khamra Kawa. I don't get that much, but hint of that, and then angel shea a little bit. So it's a mixed DNA which works really well. Beautiful perfume to be wearing this Valentine's Day. You can share this perfume as well with your partner. After that, it just gets better and better. This is extremely sweet and extremely lovey-dovey perfume. I was going to pick one of those Swiss Arabians, but this one I picked because it's so pretty. I understand this fragrance could be marketed towards women mostly, and I did say it's more unisex than male dominant, but I think if you wear this perfume, it just smells so good in the air. I just love it, smelling it on the shirt next day. This is called Oud Tonka, one of my favorites from the line. Everything released from this line is beast mode. They are sweet, they are nice, but particularly this one, it gives me that nutty feel, like it's like so beautiful. It's that, man, just try it. I'll just tell you, it's like a baby. It's like the smell of this, it smells like the combination of these two colors, okay? So it's just beautiful, okay? And I love the bottle as an added bonus. Just love this perfume, okay? It's so strong yet not overpowering, okay? So the tonka bean in this is just lovely. Tonka bean, almonds, maybe some other notes, maybe it's like kind of like a baby powder, like a lotion kind of smell. And this basically is a very simple scent, but I would say clean, fresh, sweet, beast mode. Those sort of things also apply in this. This is Oud Tonka, very pretty for Valentine's Day. Next one is an expensive fragrance. They mostly are expensive from here, but I think this fragrance is a classic to make this list, which is called Tom Ford Noir Extreme. This perfume from Tom Ford, I have few fragrances I'm very weak for them, or I have a weak spot rather for them. One is Black Orchid, one is Tuscan Leather, Tobacco Veni, this one, and I would say there's one more. Italian Cypress is good. There are few more. I just really like them. So Tom Ford basically make Noir Anthracite. I love that perfume. But from the Noir line, this is the one that is more on that gourmand that people know this for that cardamom, kuulfi scent, right? but when you smell this, it's just forget about kulfi. It smells so sexy. This thing is even more sexier than my favorite Lanidulum. It's a big statement. Where's my Lanidulum? It's there. I have a neck cramp or something like neck. I don't know what you call that. It's really nasty. I cannot turn that way. It just hurts. So basically, this fragrance is one of those. I don't want to say that word cheek magnet. You know, it sounds cheap, but this fragrance is very sexy for nighttime. I used to wear this a lot in my earlier days. You know, if I'm going out at date and stuff like that, I used to wear this fragrance. Okay, but I still wear it. Tom Ford Noir Extreme. It's a good fragrance for Valentine's Day. Expensive but worth it. Next, it's a personal recommendation once again. I stopped buying this house for a reason, because now it's so much more expensive than before, but I still have sentimental values for this fragrance called Rolling in Love. And you can see the color. It's a color of passion red. Okay, this line has quite a few ones, like blue line, red line, and these bottles are very pretty but very expensive for 50 ml. This one, it's a mix of iris, almond once again, like the nuttiness. I think maybe vanilla or something. I forgot the whole notes breakdown, but this smells very, very pretty. And it's mild powdery. It's very like a thin, you know, like a fragrance DNA. Like I don't know how to express it, but this fragrance doesn't feel heavy. But when you smell this scent trail and you're following someone, you'll be constantly amazed by how beautiful this smells. Okay. If Valentine's Day is about chocolates, you know, flowers, something romantic, stuff like that, this one goes perfectly. It's just a pretty perfume. It's soft. I am not going to perhaps one fragrance is very loud, but most of this fragrance I did not suggest anything like a Shura, something's aggressive, something loud or animalic. I would not recommend Interlude Man or Kuros, for the same reason that it's supposed to be love, supposed to feel like velvet, you know, like uh, somewhat tender. Okay, so doing too much is not good, but less is more, you know. And that's what I feel. So this is one of those fragrances. I just love this perfume, and one of the best Kilian fragrances ever, in my humble opinion. Rolling in Love. Next one, massive fragrance. This is the loudest in this list. Okay, and for that reason, sorry, for that reason, I would recommend you to go only one spray under your shirt after the shower and put on your shirt. This fragrance will not be not noticed. Okay, this fragrance will be noticed, but if you go 5, 6, 7, 8 sprays, you'll basically choke people. It will not be at that point pleasant. So the fragrance basically is a legend called Portrait of a Lady, and this is one of my more expensive fragrances. I still hold on to. I don't know how long I can, but the rose, I never liked rose. I told you. Uh, I don't mean to say I don't like rose. I have another rose-based perfume, but rose is very difficult for me to pull off in most perfumes. This fragrance is exceptional. It's just a fragrance. It just lingers all day, 24 hours. That's the strength of it. Only downside, very expensive. Okay, so how expensive? $350. That expensive nowadays. After that, even that's like this is now gonna cost more than I think the Portrait of a Lady, but it's not the price. It's just again those memories of last one decade. This is called Midnight in Paris. The name, the bottle, the theme, and the way this smells. The smell, if it was in a different bottle, perhaps I would not feel this way. Maybe. Okay. It's not just. I don't spray this that much because I am never gonna find this bottle again. So just one spray. It just brings back memories when I used to, when I started my journey. You know. Oh, it's. Oof. It's just different. Okay, Midnight in Paris was special, just 25 pounds, beautiful bottle. People didn't buy it. Mild, powdery, soft, you know, that kind of fragrance. But once you understand the perfume, then you understand what is meant by less is more. And the bottle is basically like a poetry, you know. It's not poetry, it's art in a bottle. It's just stunning to look at. Okay, you can't find this anymore at a decent price. Great fragrance for Valentine's Day. So the last two, even after the whole list, these are the two I added, you know, after doing the top 10 for a reason. Okay. How many did I add actually? I think I have added more than, okay, I think it's a 13 list. 5, 8, yeah, 13, sorry. Anyway, I didn't count. Number 2, one of my most favorite romantic fragrance of all time, Declaration to Soir. Nowadays, many people who don't know about this because it's now not in the trend anymore, or not in the conversations anymore. People don't mention it. The old reviewers, 2016, 17, 18, 19 until 2022. It was very much in trend, but now it's discontinued. So is the intense version. If I ever loved rose in a perfume, if I ever loved a fragrance more than La Nuit de l'Homme, I smelled the same day. I told you in my so many videos, the day I smelled this and La Nuit de l'Homme and L'Homme, I actually loved this, then YSL L'Homme, then La Nuit de l'Homme on me, for some reason. The whole thing about this one, the pepperiness, is just no fragrance. Even any niche fragrance I could not find which is more prettier than this, which holds a rose note. This one, if you wear, you'll also get that dry down sandalwood. Very pretty perfume, and this is a masculine, romantic rose. If you actually dress up a little bit classy, like a blazer, I'm not a very classy person, but if you do have like a tuxedo and you have like a rose, this is the perfume you should wear. Declaration to Soir. Number one, all sweet ends with sweetness. Yeah, angel share, it has to be here. um, the reason being, this fragrance is very expensive right now, and I think there's a new version out of it, out from this line, which I haven't smelled. Very expensive, almost $400. But if I get that, I'll review. But it doesn't matter whatever this one has, booze, oak, sweetness. Look at the bottle. You want to own this bottle. Sometimes I just saved up a lot of money, and then I finally pull the trigger. It just feels always good to own this. This is my second bottle. I just love it. There are a lot of dupes you can buy of that, but the main thing you're not going to get from the dupes, which you get from Kilian, is that quality, that blend, that smoothness, the opening. Like when you spray angel share, it just like lasts. If you spray twice behind your ears, like this side, it moves with you all day, 10 12 hours easy, and one of the best cold weather scents ever. So there you go, my 13, I guess now 5. Yeah. I want to do 12. Anyway, never mind. Suggestions for Valentine's Day. It's a bit too early, but you get to, have some idea. At end of the day, whatever you feel like wearing, you wear. That's the beauty of the game. Sorry. And one last thing I'll just may add, it's my personal touch. That is, if you're going to do this kind of thing, romantic, sweet, make it not about just things, spending or wow her a lot of gift, but you're not really into her, or you're not having that, you want to buy her, or something, or buy him or something. Either way, I mean, don't do it for show. If you don't believe in love, don't pretend love. Okay, that thing is the worst thing ever. There's nothing worse than plastic in the world, right? So whatever you do, be real. If you want to buy chocolates, mean it. Do not buy because you want to show I got the expensive chocolates. No, be there, be there, be nice, spend the time, keep your commitment, and show your care if you actually do care. If you don't care, don't show the care. It doesn't mean anything, right? Thank you so much for watching, and I wish you early happy Valentine's Day. Hope you have a very nice day with your loved one, and I really wish you happiness. I do believe in love, just that I don't believe in people so much. Take care. Bye bye.